Hi everybody, this is Robbie here from the Web Shack. In this tutorial, under Pages, okay, just quickly, I'm logged into e-commerce builder in the back end, and in this tutorial under Pages, I'm going to show you how to um, create a new custom page for yourself. Nice thing about this is, in the last video I showed you how to edit an existing page, but in this case, I'm going to start blank, and you might want to, go into homepage, delete all the stuff, and this will give you a nice idea of how to create your own pages, which will help you with editing existing pages as well. So let's jump in. So in this package, we're only got 2 custom pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit this one. So I'm going to go into here, edit. Okay, so now I'm in the back end. So before I even start in the editor with the page, I'm just going to change this title to whatever my page is called. So in this case, just say it's about us. You can add whatever pages you want for the customers. They're for you to do whatever you want. You can add services, whatever you like. Okay, so about us. Okay, over here, that's my link. Obviously, that's the demo link. That will be your website address. And then over here, it's this custom page. I don't want that. I want it to be about us. So let's get rid of it. And I click OK. And what it does is when I click OK, it picks up what I put in there. Okay, so that's great. Over here, so now let me start building. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add an element. Okay, so now I know it looks a bit scary because there's so much to do with this page builder, but also it's awesome at the same time because, it's so custom. You've got so much you can put on. Okay, so let's just quickly go through it. That's everything. That's all the stuff you can add to the page builder. These are just filtered. So this is everything to do with just content like text and so on. This is everything to do with only social, structure, and so on. WooCommerce is basically everything to do with your shopping cart. So if you want to now add some products to this page, you can add to cart button, maybe play around with all these different options. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the basics. Okay, so play around with all these options, but generally what people use is rows, which we're going to go through now. Text blocks, because you can add text, you can add images and so on to that. Icons, maybe you use single images, so you just have an image there. Videos, like the general stuff. But like I said, let me get to that now. Editing those. So I'm going to add a row now. So this is quite important. So rows is basically the structure. What we're going to do is we're going to build the structure of your page first, and then we're going to add items to the page. So what I do is I click add. So I just clicked on that cross and click add row. Okay, so now I've got a row. Okay, so now the nice thing about a row is I can choose a layout for the row. Okay, so let's say I want 2 sections for that row. Okay, or there's like a whole lot of pre-made ones and so on. So each of these can have a different module in them, which is quite nice. Okay, so in this case, let's make it 2. Okay, so now each section and row can have a background image or background color. Okay, so let me just give you an example. So if I go into here, this is 3 rows. And it's got a background color there, or background image you could see, and then it's got a bottle background. Okay, so let me just go back there. I know it sounds tough, but you'll start getting used to it. Okay, so if I click on this pen, that's the whole entire background row, meaning this whole dark area here. Okay, so let's do it quick. So let's go here. And let's say for this row, I want, make it stretched. That means full width. So just always do that stretched. Design options, play around with these options. Let's say I want the background a color. Let's make it black. Or I can choose an image by clicking here. And you can get it from your Mac or PC or your library. Okay, so now you see, because I've added a background, you see it actually makes it black. But if that was a background image, then it would actually make it a little image there, which is quite nice. So let's do the same here. Okay, so design options, background, let's say I want it that ugly color. Okay, I know it's ugly, but let's just, so you see, look, it even came up there, which is nice. So you can see exactly what's in the background there. Okay, and this one will make the same, that ugly color. Okay, bear in mind, each section also, there's a responsive options section, meaning, what if I don't want to show that section on mobile? What I do is hide on device. I just say that. I don't want to show it on that, or I don't want to show it on desktop. I don't even want to show it on mobile, which is something to bear in mind when you're going through your stuff. It's amazing that you can take it off or on. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to have it like the background like that, and click OK. Okay, cool. So I've got my background there. That's the background. That's the two things. Okay, the two colors for each of these sections. Just a quick one. I just want to go in here. Play around, like I keep saying, but a design options. Over here, you can even put padding on. Okay, so over here, I want to have 2 pixels between each of these. Okay, so I want a little section in between there. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, now I've got those two. I'm going to add elements to them now, but let's say I want to add another row. Okay, so you can keep adding rows. So this one I want it to be 1 row like that, and then the next row I want to put, let's say I want like that vibe. Okay, so you can keep going. Okay, so each element can have each section can have a background image and then a module on top, and then the whole entire one can have also. So let me just get rid of that because we're just going to play with these 3. Okay, so over here, let's say I want to add, let's just add something. Let's add a text block. Okay. Okay, this text block's got its own specific settings. So this is like a little Word document vibe. Like I said, all of the modules have their own settings, so you just got to play around with them. Quite self-explanatory because, you know, you just read through and you'll kind of try to start getting the gist. All of them have these design options, so you can always play around with these as well. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to make a heading. Let's just change the heading to like something like dark like that. Over here, sometimes closed, you can open it and it gives you more options. Let's just make this a color, maybe yellow, ugly, but let's just for fun. Okay, save. So that's my first module there. I can actually add another module to this section as well if I want. Okay, so let's just add another module here. So let's say I want an image on this this section. Okay, brings up the settings for image. You see it's a bit different. So each of them are going to have different things, just depending on which one you choose. Okay, so image. Let's say I'm going to add an image here. Okay, I either get it from my PC or Mac, or let me just add an existing one that I have already. Okay, so it's busy adding the image. Okay, cool. So this is the size of the image. Thumbnail, way too small. I want to do full, meaning I want the whole image to be sitting there. Okay, the alignment of the image, I can say right, left, or center. Let's say center, and you can play with the rest. This is on click. You know, this is CSS, like fade in the image. You can fade it in and so on. This is quite fun. So if I go fade in left, you'll see that's how it goes, fades in. If I say flip in X, you'll see it gives you an example there. But in this case, I'm just going to leave none for now. Okay, so those two are done. So let's add another one here. Let's see. Video. Let's just add a video. I mean, everyone loves to add videos. So always brings up the module. Here's the video link. At the moment, it's just a Vimeo link, a default one. I'm just going to leave it as default, but you can put in YouTube or Vimeo, and you can play around with that. Okay, save. Okay, perfect. So I've got that. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click preview. So that preview is viewing the page before I save. Okay. Okay, there we go. Doesn't look too nice, but obviously you could do a better job than I did, yeah? Basically, I added that heading. You can see over here, that's the dark background, which does the whole width. Then these are got orange and orange for those two sections. And then you can see the text and the image of the lady there with the background. And then here we didn't put any background. It's just white with the video on it, and there's the video. Okay, so quite simple. And then when I'm done, I just click update, and then the page will be updated and saved. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So that's basically how to create a new page from scratch. Play around, go crazy with this. So many modules. I think you guys are gonna love this. And like I was saying at the beginning of this video, you can break these because we have to add it to a menu. You have to add this page to the menu anyway, which I'm going to show you in another video. So once you're happy with your custom page, I'll show you in another video that we've made how to add it to the menu. But until then, you can actually go crazy because no one's going to see it anywhere. You can see it by previewing and so on, and you can just see what you've been doing and how you can get it going and so on. But go crazy and play around. Okay. Thanks very much for watching. We're going to carry on in the next video with pages. So I'll see you there. Thanks very much.